Hello, 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 hello. Boom. There's the
Hello.
boom. My name is John, and I am joined by Sharon.
That's my name.
And we are here to play some Minecraft. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
And all the crazy beans in between.
All them crazy beans. I am just doing some upgrades to storage drawers because we want some of those.
Yeah, always.
And then I don't really know. We're going to do some town planning.
Yeah. Because we've got to know, there's no good just throwing buildings in left, right, and centre. You've got to have some logic to it.
Maddie says zoning. Don't know why, but for me that was a super fun word to say. Also, hey friends. Also, you finally had your light on at the start. You didn't have to turn it on. I remembered because I checked that my thing was actually capturing Minecraft before pressing the streaming button tonight. Because I'm super smart.
I'm so glad you noticed, Maddie.
Thank you for drawing attention to it.
That's made my evening already.
Then, thank you, Maddie. Thank you. And that sounds like me putting your name on a list somewhere, but...
So, town planning.
We're going to do some town planning, because we want to plan...
A town.
A town. We have... we have a town.
Yes.
And we want to put some thought into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is whack this upgrade in here, and then pop that one in as well. And then I'm also going to do that. Where else am I going to do that? That one can have these upgrades. And then I'm just going to nip downstairs.
Down these there stairs.
These there stairs, that's an elevator.
1, 2, 3,
and take that drawer and that drawer. You should notice a complete lack of everything in the system.
A complete lack of everything in the system? When you say everything?
A complete lack of almost everything in this computer system.
So we've got 257 sponge now.
Largely it should just be everything that is in the storage drawers, not in the actual computer drives itself.
Okay.
Which is very rapidly sorting itself back into where it should be. Which, for any excess sponge that we have above and beyond what we didn't need, will be the void.
The void.
Brian says we should start with a PvP arena, and Maddie says, so much sponge, imagine how many dishes we could clean.
Or refuse to clean.
Or just have sponges near a dish.
Just waft it at the dish and hope for the best.
So, Shern.
Yellow.
Yellow.
The colour of the sponge over here.
The colour of the sponge. So we've got 6 houses up on Hill Rise. Yes. So I'm thinking we've counted it out, and we've got about 3 more houses to put in.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that needs to be another street.
Yes. We still haven't actually named what's going on down here.
That's
we
also fair.
Probably can't quite yet because we need to know where the rest of the street is going. Obviously, that bit up there is an enclosed space.
I mean, obviously, here, I think there's like a 3-block wide road that comes into the town.
Yes, which we want to run through the middle of the town.
And probably up to the Great Hall entrance?
And then up to this square up here.
Maddie says, I'm that weird person who actually loves washing dishes.
I mean, I'm glad people like you exist in the world because I'm not a fan, but
But you
I'm
have
the weird one that
dishes.
actually really enjoys looking after plants. Like loads of people find that one a chore. Running around the house, watering everything, but I really enjoy it. So I reckon you could get the right balance of people and fill an entire house.
So what you're saying
Everyone
is
just
we've got
does a
you to do the
specific task.
greenery, Maddie to do the dishes.
Yeah, what are you doing, John?
I mean, I enjoy cooking. I could cook. Maybe not very well, but I'd learn. Dis-
But I can cook.
Discord. Be kind, Discord. No! Sharon!
Is it having a hissy fit again?
Uh,
No.
you've left the game.
Hello?
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 You've left the game, Sharon. You've left the game. Oh no. Oh no.
How about now?
I hear you now.
Yay! My entire.
I don't hear you again.
Hello. My
Hello.
entire internet went down. I got kicked out of Minecraft. Twitch went down.
Yeah, you left the game.
The lot, man.
You left all of the things. Come back, I'm lonely.
Jeez.
Maddie says, "No, Sean, come back. You were so young. It's a miracle you're alive."
I'm alive!
Whenever somebody says it's a miracle, what was it? Was it Fern Gully with the bat that says, "I can see. It's a miracle."
Oh, yeah. That's where your brain goes.
That's whenever anybody says it's a miracle, that brain just.
Okay. My brain goes, I believe in miracles.
Our brains go to very different places, Sean.
Yep. Both fairly unusual, but both kind of work.
So over here, you're digging out. Do you want some help with that? Actually, let me.
Yeah, I can do. I'm just in my head trying to figure out. So essentially, I want the stage, the back of the stage, to be here.
So this is going to be the theatre.
Yes. There will be, I think it might need to come forward. I want to have a walkway along the back and around the sides, which is here. So you can get like behind the back curtain.
I mean, that's sensible for the actors. It's like stage door type.
Yeah. So it needs to come one further forward than where it is. I do love how easily Sponge comes out. It makes me so
Brian
happy.
has also pointed out that we need to have a town library for him to be the librarian of.
Ah, yes. Good thinking, librarian man.
Maddie says you've given her the internet curse. She's just had to refresh. No.
How am I spelling Brian? I'm
B
having more issues spelling Brian than library. What is wrong with me today?
Bryan.
Cool. Is it a Y or an I?
In his username, it is a Y.
Cool.
Brian.
It is a Y.
Brian.
So this is where the actual back wall is going to be. There's also going to be an extra bit there. I need that one gone. There.
Oh, look, it's my tunnel.
Oh, so it is. Yeah, so these ones here are going to be the outside wall. This one marks the back stage set with this one. And so the seats are going to go that way. All I'm thinking is we might need to bury it a little bit deeper. Because I don't want it to be hugely tall, and you kind of.
You could have you could have the ramping seats going downwards.
That's what I was thinking. If we buried it a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
So I just need the floor dug down, maybe another 2 blocks lower.
So where's the front of the theatre?
Stage there. 1, 2, 3. That'll be the front of the stage.
Okay.
To there. So how many rows of seats do you want?
Well,
a 2 gap at the front, then 1 seat.
Should we say 4 rows or 5?
Then second seat, third seat, fourth seat back to here.
Yeah, that looks good to me.
And then we'll create on this side here, like the lobby bit. So you'll come in here and then filter into your seats.
Okay. And so this section here is outside. This is path down the side here.
No, that'll be inside, but it will be like the backstage for the actors.
Okay. So I still need to dig out the floor to this level.
Yeah. And then I think I want to do a really sneaky changing room space, like properly underneath, but that will be dug out later. We don't need that for now.
Because I'm liking the idea that you have, like, you come in at this level.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And then this set of stairs goes down 1.
Yeah. I mean, you could go down half a set.
Well,
So
that's difficult for me to dig, but you can put that back in again.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. So this would be on the normal floor level. This would be half down. This would be a whole 1 down. So in other words, these 2 need to be a whole 1 down. And then this needs to be essentially 2 down.
2 down.
2 down. It's the joys of building buildings.
Sometimes you put the building in first, and other times you plan ahead.
Yeah, and then this will be the back wall. Yeah.
So then this one goes down.
Yeah, that should work. Yeah. Because what I can do when I'm putting the chiseled seats in is you can place them on a different level if you hold shift while you're placing them. So it takes all of the blocks that you placed and moves them within the 16 by 16 grid as a whole.
Yeah, come on, fly. There we go.
Okay, so the theatre's going here. There's a pathway there. Then we need a lobby bit here that sells the tickets. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, tickets and popcorn.
Well, yeah.
Wait, we can get popcorn, can't we?
I feel like that was a thing we could do. So the lobby comes on here. You walk in one side for tickets and the other side for popcorn. I'm sure popcorn's a thing. Yeah, it's the thing. Nobody panic.
Everybody prepare for popcorn.
We could also have chocolate. Hot dog is also a thing.
Guys, if maple candied bacon and Nutella are a thing, popcorn must be a thing, points out Maddie.
There's also nachos, so we can do the full cinema thing if you felt like it. I feel like it's not the priority, but popcorn is a definite. We just have to do it. There's no choice in the matter.
Actually, do you know what's really a thing we need to look at for this? If you could look up ice cream.
I mean, I can. There's definitely is ice cream. But I think it's 2 words. What ice cream would you like?
I got my ice cream
standard.
of choice would be chocolate.
We've got normal ice cream, chocolate ice cream, mocha ice cream, caramel, mint chocolate, strawberry, vanilla, cherry, pistachio, Neapolitan, and is it Spumoni? How's it? Spumoni.
No idea.
I've not got a clue what it is. It looks like a different colour variant of Neapolitan, so.
Also, were the stands? Neapolitan is a yes, says Maddie. Are the stands meant to be going up to the sponge, or
the stands?
Like the seats?
Or
is that the wall?
No, this is the front row of seats. But actually, it does need to be dug out anyway, because the stage needs to be lower than the chairs.
Do we go lower? I think there'd be like
I think it would be flat, that one. Yeah, or a little raised.
Like one block up, not a full...
Yeah. Like I say, it's only really the base setup for now.
Also, don't forget that if I'm counting right, and I think I am, this is only a half stair down for the lowest level of chairs.
Quite possibly. Whole half, yeah, it would be.
So it's only a half block back up again for the stage.
Yeah, that's cool. I think this will be a really nice size theatre. I've just flown up to have a look.
I'm trying to. Man, there we go. Yeah, it's difficult to see when it's just sponge, but...
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just how my brain works. It's full of sponge, my brain.
Well, after this weekend, mine's pretty mushy.
And then I'll do a bit of landscaping out the front once we've got further. That bit there needs to be this level.
Good point.
Cool. This bit can go back. Okay, so that's going to be a wall. Okay, that works. So I can get on with building that in a bit.
Yep.
So we've also got a tavern to fit in.
Yes.
And what else are we missing?
A library.
Just a tavern. A tavern and a library. Well.
I mean, we could put a well in if you want.
Just trying to think where in a town would be nice and quiet for a library. You know? And how big a library are we thinking?
I think it needs to be huge.
Essentially like a fancy house.
Yeah.
I'm thinking this bit here needs to stay quite clear.
Yes.
With a decent walkway around here. So the road would come in the main gate, comes up to this. Yeah?
Yep.
And then would run around the side of this building.
And then
into what is kind of a courtyard here. And up the front of here. To the We'll call it the square up there. It's definitely not a square.
This wellspring.
Yeah.
Maddie says, I feel like near nature would be relatively quiet.
Because we don't really want it near the blacksmith, is my thoughts.
I mean, the blacksmith sounds like the opposite of quiet.
Well, yeah.
What about, like, one of these, like, this circular tower here? Are we doing anything in this?
Yeah, that's a good point. We could actually just make this a library. I mean, it's slightly questionable to have...
I don't know. I feel like a librarian would love this.
Brian, thoughts?
Brian, if you're there and not battling Gunk, the first boss of the dungeon swamp, what do you think of having a hot tub, a secret hot tub room in the library?
I would definitely be more inclined to go to libraries if they had hot tub rooms.
I mean, I feel they'd
As long
get
as the
very
books were
mad if
maybe
you if you took the books into the library's secret hot tub room.
Why is there a hole in this roof? What happened? Did
I mean,
lightning happen again?
I get the feeling the answer is either Lightning or Michael.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's probably one of the two.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably the best one to be a library.
I mean, I think you've just got like a nice space in here. You've got good windows to look out of, and we just put some bookcases and a Brian in.
Yeah, and we can make it 2 floors.
Yeah.
Because we've got some decent walls to have.
And like you can have actually, yeah, this is even better. Like you've got the little reading room up here with like the bookshelves. And then down here you've got some bookshelves on that wall.
More like filing, so the bookshelves could actually come out into the room.
And like on this wall you've got Brian's little library reception desk.
Yeah, or in this corner.
Or that corner.
Could be quite nice. Yeah, so this is going to be our library. It also means that your Royal Highness can...
Well, what, just nip out the side door to the library?
Please excuse me while I go to the library, and actually you end up in the hot tub.
Well, I mean, you know... You've got to have some
I assume that's how you roll.
Oh, the question is...
Is it, though?
Could we do a sneaky block that's a bookcase?
Yeah.
Because then you can have the sneaky block of the bookcase in front of the sneaky block that's currently there as a wall.
Or you could turn that whole wall into books, seeing as it's buried underground on all sides, I think. Hence it's not got windows.
Or that.
I believe. Don't quote me on it, because I might be wrong. There's at least a chunk of it that's buried, for definite.
Anyway, that's the library. Do we want to put a sign on that?
Yeah. If you like it, then you should put a sign on it.
I was just about to search for library, not sign.
Amazing.
Future site library.
Future library.
Coming soon.
And then I'm thinking, because every good town centres... I think that's fair. Do you?
Sorry, every good town centre has a tavern.
Every good town centre's on a tavern.
That's reasonable.
I feel like it would be really cool if you saw it when you came in.
Okay.
So I'm thinking it does sit next to the blacksmith. It also means that people's houses will sit closer to this building, which will be quiet by comparison. I want to leave a 2 gap.
Okay.
So it will start here And what I want to do is I want to have it built a little bit into the rock, but not too far. I just need to flatten this down a little bit because I want to have a garden out the back.
Okay.
Because you can't really have a decent pub without
A
a
beer
beer
garden.
garden.
Okay, well, let me...
Does that sound logic to you?
As someone who doesn't drink, yes.
So it's gonna have like a.
Just tell me how much do you want me to flatten here?
Let's come. Hang on, just processing in my head. In my head. So the front door section is gonna stick out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. There. Yes. And then it's going to come back to here.
It's the kobold's head.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that what we're calling it?
Yes. It's
sweet.
It's the name that Jeff and I gave the tavern that the Tamranor trio met in.
Oh, okay. 1, 2. 1, 2. Is that good window spacing? Yeah, that'll do. Taverns aren't supposed to be all that light. No one's in there for daylight, let's face it.
I found a cave. I think it's old basement.
Was it?
Yeah, that's old basement.
Oh, yeah. That's alright, I can stay. We can repurpose that little corner as a tiny little beer cellar. So gap 1, 2, gap 1, 2, gap on the corner. So the pub itself is going to be like this. If that's making any sense to you. If you fly up, it makes more sense. This is where we enter.
Okay.
This will be the pub space. So if you draw a line from here out to the corner. So what? Somewhere where I'm stood, thereabouts.
About there, yeah.
So that'll be the pub, and then the beer garden is going to sit behind it.
Okay, well, I'll dig out the pub.
Yeah. The beer garden would be nice if it's on a little bit of a 3D kind of plane, so I'm quite cool with that.
Right, so that is the pub.
Should we be calling it a pub or a tavern at this point?
This is the tavern.
And that should be alright size-wise.
Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. And then are we going to go up one level for beer garden?
Yeah, sloping off a little bit to the back, but obviously I'm going to have to put that in as greenery, so feel free to dig it out more. And I'll fill the dirt in as needs be.
Fair. How much?
It's probably going to come back. You've got to have 2 around the edge of the building. 1, 2, 3. The back wall's probably going to be, I don't know, out about to here. Does that work?
Okay.
What width was the thin house we did up here? Oh, we didn't do a thin house. Excuse me, skeleton. Do you mind? Just getting casually shot at.
That's inconvenient.
Yeah, it is slightly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. I did have a 6-side bit. Interesting. Just wondering whether I could fit one of the houses in here. Because that would be quite cool. Don't you think?
What?
I mean, arguably, our tavern owner may very well live in the tavern.
I mean, that's possible.
We could make it 2-story and he could live upstairs.
Well, I know that we had intentions for his it to be a 2-story building.
I thought that was basement.
Yes.
I'm meaning above ground 2 stories.
Fair. Also,
Like, you could actually build a house in the roof like I've done with these ones across the street.
ow. I mean, also, if it's a proper tavern, then you could have like the rooms to let.
It would need to be a lot bigger for that. I mean, it's doable if you want it bigger.
I'm not thinking a huge room, but like a little bedroom to rent out for a night when you're traveling.
Yeah, this space is enough for downstairs. Oh, these double blocks are where windows are, by the way.
I
Not sure if
assumed as
that was making sense to people.
you asked about window spacing.
And that one is where the door is in the middle, which will actually be stepped one back. Probably one forward here, if we're being honest. So, I mean, you probably could get... You'd have to have a hallway one side with rooms coming off it, but you could do upstairs in the roof.
Yeah.
If I levelled it right. Yeah, we can do that.
So from the looks of it, the main walkway into town, I'm going to just dig out the middle row of it.
I mean, shouldn't you put it on the width one on the drill and do 3 at a time? Because we're going to want it 3 wide.
I mean, you make a certain amount of sense.
I get told that I do that a fair amount. Have some sponge. If in doubt, stick sponge in it.
I don't know if that's a useful phrase or not.
I don't know. Depends on the context, probably. I assume it gets dug out the same.
It does not.
Oh, what a letdown. Enjoy your sponge regardless.
Thank you. Brian says you should add a sewer that has a creepy guy in it who fills stuff.
I mean, but we're only creating our friends so far, so are you going to volunteer someone to be that?
So that's the main walkway. Sells stuff. Ah, fell in the hole.
Feeling stuff and selling stuff is a very different thing. I've just got a mental image of some guy just like stroking random things.
Stroking stuff.
Yeah.
So
Gives
that's
me all kinds of heebie-jeebies.
That's the main walkway into town. Do we want to move the tavern entrance over one so that it's in the middle of the walkway?
I mean, we can do. I'm not hugely fussed.
It does mean that we then sort of run into it's only 1 block away from the blacksmith.
Yeah, I mean, we could move it one further the other way, so it's definitely not supposed to be in the middle.
Also an option.
Is there some logic to that? Is that a thing? Did I do a logic? Screw it, these are whole walls now. Whole walls are sponge.
Because then I can do...
I'm happy for the road to come... Are you digging in pairs? Or are we keeping it as a 3?
For this, I'm taking it off in pairs because it then goes to both doors of...
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Ah, but Michael's not here to see the sign.
Which sign?
The one that stops him from staring at his own junk.
Oh, that's a shame.
I know, right? Now who's going to save him from that?
We'll have to put a new sign in somewhere. I don't have to put so much road in.
Where's that song even come from?
Where does the... well...
Beyonce's version of Ave Maria.
Interesting choice.
Like I say, not a clue where that came from.
So does the...
That
Because roads are the pathways to life.
Why is there one random sponge underground?
That's a sewer cover at the moment.
Ooh, interesting.
I didn't have anything else useful to market right now. So
Sponge just works for so many things.
So with this pathway that leads round the side of the main hall and then up to the courtyard...
Yes.
Is that literally like the edge of...
No, I think we should have a
out?
green line.
And then one
I think
block
we should
out?
do like here. How we've got a green edge and then a cobblestone. I think we
now
should do
that I'm
the
being
same.
attacked by sewer zombies, can you explain Michael staring at his junk? Says Brian.
Yes. Essentially, there was a sign over here. Michael was being...
A dick.
Yeah,
Michael.
something like that. He was being Michael. And he wrote next to Sammy 100% would bang. Maddie was something to do with escaping the snow in Canada.
The constant snow of Canada.
I got 100% would bang, and in front of himself he put so Sian doesn't look at his junk. To which I changed the sign to so Michael doesn't have to stare at his own junk. Because I wouldn't like to inflict that on anyone. But I don't think he's actually seen the sign yet. Because I'm fairly sure he would have changed it if he had done.
It's a Shern.
That's my name. Ooh, it lines up nicely on that corner. I like it. Do we need some green along this front edge here?
I'm thinking this entire one block will be green dirt. Well, grass is the other word.
I'm just thinking because we've got here, with this effect, you've got the green and then you...
I don't know where you are. You appear to have frozen again. Have I frozen again? Nope.
I've been kicked.
Sian has left the game.
Oh. Can you hear me again?
I can hear you again now.
I mean, Twitch didn't die this time.
Vague bonus.
OneDrive looks like it's complaining at me, but it's really just telling me it's 90% full.
So I'm thinking...
So I think this needs to be one further out here. With dirt in behind it. Like that. And then that one comes out and does that. And then that's good. Because then it lines up with stairs here, which is really cool.
And then will this be dirt or...
What happened in here?
I'm digging it out for pathway to go in.
Oh, I wondered whether we were bringing it up this front edge here.
Well, I assume there'd be pathway up this bit as well. Like, to follow the stairs
Yeah,
up.
yeah. I'm going to have to make stairs out of whatever block you use, so make sure it's chisel bits friendly or has stairs.
Well, the pathway that we've used up... Ow! Hit myself on the roof. The pathway we used up here was...
Was it chisel bits friendly?
It
Yeah.
was Cobblestone Road. And while I'm up here, I'm going to nap in my own bed. Yay!
Because that's the thing you have.
I mean, you have your own bed too.
Yeah, but mine's on a different island. I feel like I should make myself a holiday home.
I mean, that's definitely an option.
Oh, the other place we did have housing, technically, sort of, although it could also be like storerooms, was upstairs where the tailor and the...
Yes.
In here. You've got to come around the back to be able to get into it, but there's a couple of rooms up in here, so potentially someone could live in one of these. Maybe Carboom, because he's the baker.
I mean, Carboom living above the bakery shop seems reasonable. That means we've just got to make 2 more buildings.
Yeah, so you come in. Have you been in this one? Did I show you in this one?
I think we've seen in it.
So we'd have a storeroom this side, because it's just a little cupboard.
Yeah.
But this is actually a really nice house. I love this one.
This is a pretty good space, and then you've got, like, the bed in here, and...
Yeah.
Maddie... Brian says, call it your holiday home and just make it your actual home. Maddie says, make yourself a beach home or a winter cottage, depending on which season you prefer.
That's a cool idea. I do like that idea.
And I'm going to get some cobblestone road.
I didn't realise that arrayed bricks change pattern up the side of the building. They're not just a 1 block high pattern, they actually go over 2 blocks.
Yeah?
Because I couldn't remember whether I'd put in 2 separate ones to get the stripy effect around the bakery. But if you look up the wall, like if you look on this corner, there's like a thin one at the bottom and then a wider one. And then another thinner one and a wider one.
Cool.
And that's just arrayed bricks, just as is.
What do you think of this as, like, down the centre of the road?
What is this? Marker?
That is marker.
Yeah. Although, what are you going to do when it gets to 2?
There won't be a middle...
Also, it doesn't need to go right up to the edge of here. It should probably stop. I don't know. Yeah, they definitely don't want to go right up to the edge of the wall. And actually, this road needs to come down here
Which road?
to the gate.
Oh, yes.
I'm not sure. I don't, because we've not got enough that's 3 road.
Where's my drill gone?
What other ones are there? Have a look. Let's do me a chisel.
Should this be a 3-block wide one down to the second gate?
No, because the gate itself is only 2, isn't it?
Yeah. Let me get over here and make sure I'm actually drilling out the right 2 blocks.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, so obviously I'm going to have to chisel us a template for the stairs. I mean, can we do... I'm just wondering whether we can do something interesting where the roads meet. But I don't think it quite works. I think by the time we've added in proper streetlights and everything, it might just look a bit too much to have that down the middle as well.
Yeah, maybe.
Slam it in reverse, put all the blocks in.
I think I went too far.
I mean, you missed one and put in one extra, so you were nearly there. We should probably put a door on the blacksmith.
Yeah. Do you want me to take, like, should the road go all the way up to where his paving, or should this come all the way out to there?
I think it would be quite cool if that came out, actually.
What is this?
Seared brick, seared paver, seared something or other.
Seared paper.
Maybe if it comes out, the door is probably going to be in this line. If that makes sense.
Why do I keep losing my drill?
What am I looking for? Road.
Road.
Ooh, should the theatre be that ornate one
That one.
in places?
Yes.
Yeah. And I feel like maybe the tavern should be this small disordered tiles.
One moment.
This one.
Yeah.
Maybe. Essentially, the plan being that the buildings inside are going to be various small bricks. And what I want to do is eventually I want to make a proper external wall beyond this one.
Yeah.
And I want to basically make it out of the chunky bricks that are like 2 blocks high per brick. If that makes sense. 2 building blocks high, because these ones are 3 per block. You get the ones that are just 2 that are like your standard.
Yeah.
There's so many different ones, it's insane.
Okay, Sharon. I've got road coming in the front door. Oh, I need to do this one.
Yeah, that's looking cool. I will grab my chisel. My other chisel. Can you chuck 2 of those blocks down for me? Actually, no, 1 is fine.
There you go.
There you go. How many steps do you want? Do you want it as the 2 like this? Probably just as easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alt 9, so that is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There. Essentially. Is that right?
Looks good to me.
Cool. And essentially, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can either get a copy paper and copy it, which then you can keep placing it, but you've got to have all of the bits in a bits bag. So you've got to mash up a load of blocks into bits first. Or you can go into creative and...
How do I make copy paper?
I think it was paper and a bit.
Oh my god, witchcraft! Shard made a step! Magic, I say!
Was it paper? Copy. No, duplicate. And chisel. And... what is it? Chisel. It was chisel bits. Where was it? It was. Positive chisel design is the paper that you're looking for.
Positive chisel design.
And water bucket, lapis, and paper. Right click to write and right click to chisel / place or craft with bits and bits bag. So I don't know whether, because it says you can chisel it, whether actually you can right click it on a block that's already there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, let's try that. Right, so I've got the positive copy thing. Right click on that. Dip, 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 dip.
If you hold Alt, what options does it give you when you're holding paper?
Hold Alt. Replace, impose, placement, or additive.
Try impose. And then right click on something.
I might need a chisel.
Yeah, there you go. Try each of them. One of them might actually cut it away.
No, that's trying to place it.
No? Oh, that did it. What one's that one?
That is replace.
Yay. That was easy.
Yes.
So you're going to need the bits bag. Because your inventory is now going to be full of
Yes, it
bits.
is.
See, isn't that paper good?
Paper good. Obviously, real stairs don't line up with it.
No, they will. They get it. It's just they weren't quite put in right.
Cool.
When you understand how the stairs work, it can do it. It's just a bit of a faff. So the question is the question of questions.
Yes.
What do I start on first? The theatre first?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Brian says, I'm just curious, but did the Michael's Madness video stream ever get transferred to YouTube? It has been transferred to YouTube, and I believe it came out today. I believe it's out today, and it is called Maddie's Maple Marvels. Because that is what I had planned to work on.
You should have called it. You should have put feet and then Michael's Madness.
So how can I help you with the Queen Creeps Theatre?
Well, I'm going to need red wool because I'm going to need to make some curtains, so that would be useful to have.
Okay.
A sleep would be another useful thing to have. What I want to do is ornate. I'm feeling like we should have ornate and then something that's quite plain, like maybe the panel.
Maddie's Maple Marvels featuring Michael's Madness moment.
Yeah. Mad Michael times. That combination. Maybe? I want a bit of a stripy building, essentially.
Okay.
Oh, these two bits here need digging out as well. I'd love to be able to dig that fast, but alas.
Earwax.
Yep. Precisely. Right.
So
these two are going to be ornate. So are these two.
I think I could dig faster if I upgrade this drill.
Probably.
What does it take to upgrade this drill? Jesus.
What does trodden brick look like? Ooh, interesting. That's cool. Have you seen that one before?
I think we've used that in something on one of the old servers.
Interesting. I want something that is... It's not Celtic. What's another...
Brian says, oh god, no. No earwax. I can still taste those beans.
Yeah.
That's your own fault.
No one but yourself to blame there, man.
Right.
That one. That one. And then it's like 1, 2. 1, 2. What you can be doing, if doing is what you want to be doing,
Yes.
is building these up to room height as I'm putting them in.
I could be helping you with that. I'm just making some red wool.
I think it's embossed that I want. Is it embossed? Yes. That combination is quite cool, I think.
I've got your
Do you like that
16 red
combination?
wall.
Do you like this corner as the combination?
I like that corner. How tall do you want this to go up?
Well, we're coming in on... Which level are we coming in on? This level? Or one up? Why did that come out?
I'm finding out what it is. Ornate.
Does it not say on your screen at the top?
I don't know what happened to my bar, but it went away.
Oh, okay.
And I'm very sad about this.
Yes. So I think the room internally has got to be 3, so it needs to go 4 high. This other one is embossed, for reference.
No, that's not what I meant to click at all.
No. And then... one...
That was too high. And then the other one's embossed.
Yes. I do quite like the fact that we're building all sorts with this.
Building all sorts with what?
With just cobble.
It's incredible what you can do when you mod cobble.
Yeah, I was just looking at some of the different skins for stone.
Yeah.
And they actually have some nice ones as well that are different. I was expecting them to be the same as cobble for reasons I can't explain.
What do you want to do over the doors?
It will be the... I think... yeah, it works. I'm cool with that.
I need some more cobble.
Good job, you have a puta for that. Oh, Naga stone. Gotta love the Naga stone. Yeah, they've got all sorts of other... You still get the small disordered tiles and things. They're just a bit less blotchy.
Yeah, it's clearly a different type of thing, slightly.
Mm.
I can't find ornate. Where's it got? There it is.
I love the spiral stone, though. Look at these.
Ooh. We need to use that somewhere.
Yeah. Just haven't quite figured out how or where. Because they're such a specific...
Actually, you know what that does remind me of? Like the corner piece of a... like the stage... curtains.
Corner piece of the stage curtains. It also looks a bit like it should go on a cathedral and have the animals sat on it on the top.
Yeah. And we don't have one of those planned yet, but we could throw it in.
Could just make stone versions of all of our friends.
Let's not make more versions of all of our friends.
But can't you imagine them gargoyling it up on a building?
I mean, do you want me to go into the details of the difference between a gargoyle and just a horrible face with...
I mean, you can do. I was assuming we'd give them wings as well, so...
A gargoyle needs to spout water.
Does it?
Yeah, that's the
We
difference.
can arrange that.
A gargoyle spouts water, and if it's not a gargoyle, it's just called a grotesque. Brian says dibs on Goliath.
Can you chisel water?
Yes. I believe at one
Does
point...
it pour chiseled?
No.
Does it do the pouring animation?
I think it does.
I might have to get fancy with a water fountain at some point then.
Because I'm fairly certain on the last server, Michael, in his infinite madness, made a tavern that had oil.
Ow. Punch the microphone, don't mind me.
I mean, ow. You just punched the microphone. Michael made a tavern and had a drunk passed out on the bar with oil, chisel and bits to oil, as the beer.
Ah, cool. What, like spilt?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Brian says, also, back when we were talking about that show, I'd like to go on record and say I have the DVDs and 2/3 of the graphic novels. Fair. I mean,
Cool.
also technically, according to the architectural things, they were grotesques, not gargoyles. Gargoyles have to spout water.
Hi.
Hello.
I think, therefore I am,
Fair.
that the pattern should change for the back of the stage.
That's...
Is that in line? That's not in line. Why is that not in line? What's happening? Because of the door. No. Wait. I knew I was screwing something up somewhere. There we go, that's better. So to there it should be the same. Then I'm thinking it should be like that. 3 on the corner. 3 on the corner. Like that. Like that.
I do not remember that.
What's that?
Brian says, does anybody remember that special, the Halloween tree?
Oh no, it went back further, didn't it? Why has this not been...
Oh, did I miss backstage?
Yeah.
I missed backstage. My bad.
No, I don't remember that.
Wondering if that's maybe a Canadian thing? Like an American-y thing? In which case, that sucks, because that sounds like a really cool, spooky...
Oh dear God, I dig so slow.
What are you digging with?
It's just an obsidian pickaxe.
Okay, you continue this. I'm gonna just quickly try a thing.
It explains why I dig so slow.
Axe, bow, pickaxe. American,
Why have
probably
I got-
based on a Ray Bradbury novel.
Things be blooping in me ear holes.
Used to be shown around Halloween on a lot, but not so much anymore.
What play are we going to put on in the theatre, John?
It's gonna be Queen Creeps, The Revolution of Light.
Ah.
Ah, no, computer.
Computer?
I threw my pooter away.
No, not the pooter. Yoink. Pull them out. I'll have those sponges, thank you.
Sian, Major's present.
Yeah.
I lost you. There's the ways you are.
Aw. I've also got some bits to throw at you.
Okay.
So enjoy, because you've got the bits bag now.
You go.
It's purple. It matches me.
It is a wyvern pick.
Ooh. Oh, and it gets instantly fixed up by my battery pack of immense power. I love how it just flashes with a health bar that's like, oh no, nope, I've been fixed, it's fine.
Nope, fine.
I'm okay.
Uh,
Oh, and it's got different effects on it. Profile 1.
yes, I believe if you press C...
No?
If you throw it to me real quick... if I press C on it, I can get... I can adjust the dig speed multiplier, which is currently set to 100, but I think that can be upgraded. It can do an AoE dig, but at the moment it can only do 1 by 1, so I need to upgrade that.
Okay, it's cool though. It goes fast.
And it also has the option for a junk filter.
Oh.
That allows you to just, instead of spawning stuff in,
Even bring it in.
yeah.
Sweet.
AG, thank you for the host.
Hello.
Hello, AG. I don't know if you actually come in. If you have, hello. If you haven't, hello. You won't know. Maddie says if Amy is involved, there will be angst and emotions galore. Yes, Revolution of Light, for those of you not in the know, is Amy's incoming zombie. Amy's backstory for Queen, and it features the death of her entire race. So that's nice.
Cheerful.
Should there be the hole here?
I don't know. Nobody knows. Where is the hole? What hole are you talking about?
Oh, it was this hole here. There was a...
No, probably not. So I'd like you to meet my family. They're a bit of a weird bunch.
I'm sorry I killed them.
It's alright, I've just started a bit of a war between the skeleton and the zombie.
Like every good family reunion.
Oh,
Die. I get the feeling one of us should sleep.
probably.
Where's my sword of bedtime?
Your sword of bedtime. Oh, yeah.
Porting sword.
Speaking of porting, we are going to need to have some new tubes.
Yes.
To be thunked about.
Maddie says we could have stayed up for the midnight fight.
This is true. For anyone who's wondering, this bit of building will be bigger. It will be taller than the room in there.
I ran out of my copy.
Theatres need to be big and theatrical.
Brian says, I highly recommend The Halloween Tree. It is spooky, narrated by Ray Bradbury, and Leonard Nimoy voices one of the characters.
Oh, Leonard Nimoy.
Maddie, have you heard of The Halloween Tree?
I feel like we might have misplaced this door slightly.
Yeah.
Given where the steps are.
Yeah.
I'm wondering whether maybe it should come through here. Which is really irritating because I'm one short.
Damn it.
I mean, I can fix that.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's not that hard, but still slightly damn it.
It's just irritating. What was it called?
That is embossed cobblestone.
Embossed. Oh, yeah.
What are we thinking for roof? Is it going to have the same sort of a roof as every other, or most other buildings?
No, it's got to be theatrical. It's a theatre.
Well, okay. Having not built many theatres, I have not actually. What year did it come out? Oh, yeah, 93, 5 years before.
The roof isn't ready to go on yet because the building's not tall enough.
Sorry, Maddie made me feel an old again.
Maddie.
Stop being so frickin' young. I can't remember.
I always forget just how young Maddie is.
I can't remember. I was thinking of a project thing I was gonna upgrade the solar panel and then maybe look at upgrading. Maddie says, "Hey."
Hey, what? Hey, Masquerade.
It's either going to be a "Hey, you're not old" or Maddie has lived exactly 2 decades. Thank you very much. I'm on to 3 and a bit.
I do find it quite funny that Spammels forgets. Just like you forget with Maddie, Spammels forgets with me.
But
he talks about stuff and then I just look completely baffled and he's like, oh.
He's not that much older than you, is he?
No, but he started gaming a long time before I did because I gamed with whatever Dad bought, as opposed to like having my own interest in games.
Fair.
That makes sense. So there's more of a difference there because of that rather than anything else. But it still throws him.
Right, I'm going to try and upgrade our solar panel.
Which solar panel? This one?
This big one.
Ooh. Does that mean it's changing colour, or is the ring of it growing?
The ring of it will grow.
Okay. I think this should be high enough once I've gone all the way around. Where's Cobble? Cobble! Also, how much andesite and stuff are we supposed to have?
Ooh, some. Maddie says Tales of the Crypt Keeper, yes.
16.9k?
That sounds like it might be a little on the...
Because we've also got 16.7 of diorite and 16.4 of granite. Just seemed a tad high.
Maddie remembers Tales of the Crypt Keeper.
Cool. So do you have to take out the whole thing?
Yeah. Well,
Really?
technically I could leave in the solar panels, but I need more of them anyway.
Right. Oh, is this one that you can just hold all the stuff and tell it to build?
Yeah, it really doesn't.
Oh, okay. I always forget which ones do
Ah,
and
fell
don't
through
use
a hole.
that mod.
What about Goosebumps? Was that a thing out there? That must have been a thing in Canada, right?
Out there. Embossed.
Right, so I need 4 more of you. I need ink.
You need ink.
I need ink sacks.
Well,
Yeah, I was going to
sucks to
say,
be squids.
I was fairly certain the filming of that would have been done in Canada. One of the filming locations is where Brian is.
Is. That's cool. I know the house in Alice in Wonderland is like 5-minute drive from me.
Nice.
Like the manor house that they're in the beginning.
That's cool.
Slightly gutted I didn't think to go and apply to be an extra in that, because that would have been immense. I keep umming and ahhing about the idea of trying to look for some extras work. It always sounds like it would be fun.
I've never done any, like, extras work. I've done a lot of amateur stuff, which is usually fun.
Can I chisel...
Mystery Hunters, Truth or Scare, and Ghost Investigators also dominated the time slots in October.
I can.
You can what?
I can chisel wood planks.
Yes.
Exciting times.
Right, I need 4 more null modifiers.
What about... Can you also chisel slabs? Or is that not a thing?
Maddie says this has now turned into Minecraft ASMR.
No, I can't chisel slabs.
We could do that. We
could.
We could whisper some Minecraft.
Some of the best Minecraft. Only the best.
Only the best. Only... I need to upgrade this to a tier a cell.
Maddie, is this working?
What do I need to do that? I need...
Isn't it weird, though, when you start whispering that other people join you?
It's very peculiar. Maddie says no, it's not.
Oh, sad times. I was watching an ASMR streamer the other day, and no kidding, they were playing Grand Theft Auto in ASMR. It baffled me.
I mean, I could like run my mic stand. Like the mic thing. Is this ASMR-y? That just sounds like a horse.
I know. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes.
Maddie says she will impale me with a spatula.
Ooh, have we upgraded from cacti?
I'm slightly concerned.
Or have we just made a brief sidestep?
Why am I getting impaled with a spatula?
Which end of the spatula?
I don't particularly care. Neither end is a good end. Neither end is positive in this scenario. Maybe for you.
I do quite appreciate ASMR, it has to be said. Chisel, tell me your secrets. John, what do you think about this flooring?
Let me come and have a look. Is it night? Should I sleep?
Yeah.
Sorry, I teleported and jumped on your bed a little bit.
That one's not my bed.
Ooh, I like it. Yes.
So what's the 5% of the time where it does? Like soap. Soap how?
Ah!
How on earth did you make it in there, John?
Teleporty sword.
Yeah, but you couldn't have done that if you tried.
There are a number of absurd deaths in fiction: drowning in a soup factory, falling to your death in your own home because someone forgot to tell you they removed your stairs for cleaning, thinking you are a fish and refusing to come up for air. I think Brian might be having an entirely different conversation to the rest of us.
It's entirely possible.
I need 32 structure frame.
Oh, I know the ones you mean. The one they've scored like a crisscross pattern in it, and as they chop it off, just hear all the little cubes of soap fall. I do appreciate those ones.
Maddie says yes.
Yep. I know those ones well.
Yes, it's so nice.
Can you make a few extra copy papers and put them in the computer if you've not got a spare one that's not been used? They're like one-use things.
I can.
Thank you.
What I will actually do is teach the computer how to do it itself.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good shout.
Because I can do that now by telling it the processing recipe for...
Shall I make the wood effect on the stage a different colour? Probably makes
yes.
sense, doesn't it? So there's a row of seats here. Edge, row of seats, walkway, row of seats, walkway, row of seats, way. And then this will be up on the stage. So it's going to be the wood effect. Shall we make it... What on earth does fancy like? That fancy? It happens to work quite nicely for our stage set, potentially. But I'm not seeing... It doesn't say fancy to me. I've now just got an image of planks talking to me.
Fancy!
I'm so fancy. That one's better. Screw you, fancy.
Oh. If you now check in the computer...
We're going for vertical instead of fancy.
If you now check in the Puda...
Puda, tell me your secrets.
you should now be able to tell it to craft a positive chisel pattern.
Positive.
No.
1, start. Yes. I has one. Well, yes, slightly mad, always. That's your answer, Brian.
So when I said no, the colour of the solar panel would not be changing, what I instead meant to say is, yes, the solar panel will be going a darker purple.
Oh.
As I am upgrading it to chironite instead of erodium.
Okay. I can't say it means a huge amount to me, but sweet.
I'm making solar panels that will give us more power.
Do we really need more power, though?
We're on the verge.
Or do we really need more things to be using that power on?
Both. Apparently I am safe for spatula impalement for now. I mean, it's the for now bit that worries me.
I mean, is a cactus or a spatula better?
I mean, to be fair, impalement is...
Not your favourite term.
When it refers to me, no. I mean, to be fair, I don't particularly...
But I mean, if you had to choose... We're getting theoretical here.
I mean, I guess a spatula might be better.
Okay. I've not got enough room for all of these bits. You've still got the bits bag, haven't you?
I do. Would you like the bits bag?
It's not the end of the world. I can chuck some stuff in the pooter.
There you go.
To give me a little bit more space, but yes, thank you. Oh, you've got the chisel as well, before you disappear.
Oh, I do. Maybe. There it is.
Yes, you do.
It's on the other side of the room.
Thanks.
On the other side, though, come and have a look at these.
Ooh, is that a burgundy? Nice purple. It's like a plum.
So that is producing a butt ton of power.
Chironite. So did the outside bits get changed as well?
Yes. It is now a tier 3 solar panel producing Well, at current, our intake is positive 21,000 RF.
Ooh. So we've actually okay. So what's using all of that power? Because the last time I bothered to look at the power, it was just permanently full.
That's mostly because we've been doing a little bit of draconic evolution stuff, which uses a lot of power.
I see. Did we get that working? That thing
No,
we built.
no, not yet.
Hmm. Hmm. Minecraft villagers are back.
Although, quickly, I wonder if... Have I got... Is that tier 3? Are you tier 3 or are you tier 2? You are tier 3.
But are you? Braided floor. Braided
What do I
floor.
need for tier 4?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's half a block. I can math.
So a structure frame tier 4
And it
requires palladium. Which we don't have.
How did you get all of your chiseled bits to place the stairs in? Oh, it was the cut ones, wasn't it? That was it. So you did impose. No, replace.
Replace. Maddie says, BRB food time, don't do anything drastic while I'm away.
Oh, but that's the best time.
You don't appear to be picking those bits up.
Yeah, because there was no room in the bits bag.
You ran out of room in the bits bag?
Yeah.
Jeebus.
Well, because you've filled it with stuff as well.
We filled a bits bag?
Yeah. It's not difficult. Because it's half filled with just all the stone you've been putting in.
Blimey.
But it's because what you've been doing is you've just been replacing.
Yeah, so it was just making new bits
So
rather
it's just
than
been
placing.
picking them up. Whereas I'm replacing half of them and placing the other half. Except I'm a few short. So I need that one. One, not one. And then I go on this one and I do replace. 1, 2, 4. It's only half onto the stage. Is that all right?
Yeah, I think so. Like, that gives you enough of a... This is a different bit to this. Don't you think?
Yeah. And I mean, from back here you can see the stage.
Yeah.
We can always lift it one if needs be, I guess. And there were no more of those bits left in the bag. The way I will create some bits to put in the bag is I want to put a few little steps in. So here needs... Oh yeah. Do you have the blocks to deal with those or not?
Not at the moment, but I can chisel some up.
There you go. They freak out on the half slab. Quite funny.
There you go.
A lot of villagers around today.
Don't you hate it when you try to teleport home and end up in somebody else's house?
Yeah, it's not the most practical. Four, 5, 7, 8. No, I think it needs to go this way. So that needs to be a step like that. No, it's like it's a trip hazard. Because there'll be a seat there and then there'll be a seat here.
Yeah.
Which I think works. So then this one needs to come up. I'm going to have the seats going all the way to the wall this end, I think.
Sensible.
So essentially you'll just have to shuffle down the line. Do you think this needs to be too wide?
What, the pathway down the side?
Yeah.
I mean, how many chairs do you get if you make that too wide? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. So that's 8 times 4, 32. I'd say that's okay. 32 seats seems a decent, not humongous, but, nicely sized theatre.
There we go, like that.
Yeah, that looks good. I've just seen something and I wish to try and see what it looks like.
What have you seen?
Possible lighting for the theatre. And then we should wrap up.
Yes. Did you make red wool?
I made 16 of it.
Cool. Yoink. I need sponge. 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 Yeah. Sponge. Apparently sponge is the word of today.
Apparently so.
It just helps me think when I repeat the same word over and over again. So that's where the wall comes out. And then there, I want to build like a set front here. And then the curtain comes round here. I think red curtain's right, isn't it?
I'd say red curtain's almost certainly exactly right for a theatre, yes.
But that's a red curtain along the front, actually, isn't it? Usually.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily the rest of the stage set behind.
No.
I need to ask Amy what kind of setting she wants. Because I think I could get really creative in here. Like, more than my normal level of creative.
Extra creative.
Which is saying a lot.
2 of the theatres that Brian's been to don't have curtains because they are in the round.
Oh, okay.
The other 3 do not. The other 3 due to not being in the round. Is this roof height?
Sort of. I haven't quite finished the roof yet. It depends whether I decide to put in some sort of gantry or not. What is that?
It's a light.
Interesting. How on earth does that work? It looks cool. It looks like it should be able to be rotated, doesn't it? How did you do that? Oh, you hammer it. Is that right? What are you doing?
Yep. Can't quite work out how to rotate it in other directions. Oh, there we go. There we go.
So what are you clicking on? I don't know what you're doing. I can just see it moving.
So that was clicking on the bottom. And then if I click on the side, it rotates up and down.
Oh, okay. And so that's not lit at the moment?
I don't believe that's lit. I think this one needs power.
Oh, on that one. Hmm.
Okay.
Like that. That works.
Ooh.
Like that?
Yes, very cool.
That's 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. And then like this, I'm assuming.
Ah. Yeah, that looks good.
It's so hard to fly and do this. Dole. Any chance you could go and sleep?
I was just about to go over to the machine room for other things, so I'll work a nap into that.
Cool, thank you. Because that's the other thing that makes this really difficult. Seeing the contrast of bricks in the dark.
Hopefully, in a moment, I can sort the darkness out.
Sort the darkness out?
Well, I turn the light on.
Force the sun into the sky.
I mean, that is another option. We do have that option.
I mean, it is essentially what happens in this.
No, I mean, there is literally a machine we can set up that forces the rotation of the sun around. Cool.
Yeah, but given one of us stays awake and the other one sleeps, suddenly the day jumps on. It's essentially what's happening anyway.
It's called a celestial... Is it called a celestial thing? Celestial manipulator.
Cool.
We'd need to go get another dragon egg.
I mean, that's definitely something that can be achieved at some point. One, two, three, 4. No, that was 3. Come on, brain. You counted to 4. Yet you didn't actually move 4. Birds on a wire. What was that achievement for? I assume it wasn't falling out of the sky and saying ow.
I didn't fall out of the sky. I've just made some very silly wire.
So is that powered now?
Well, try stepping on that wire.
Yeah, rather not.
That uninsulated copper wire, ow, that does that when you step on it.
Why am I so amused by that? What is wrong with Have you watched that thing that I can't remember what the show was called. They were testing men to check their attention span.
Right.
And it essentially theorised that if you left a man long enough in a room with a button that said, with the knowledge that if they pressed the button it would hurt, that eventually they would get bored enough to press it.
I mean, I've seen Darren Brown do that with other things.
Yeah, essentially they just hooked this load of guys up to like electrodes that were going to electrocute them if they pressed the button. And even knowing that yes, it would hurt, and having pressed it already, still they got to a point of being so bored. What happened there?
I made it nighttime. So clearly we're having some
Some technical difficulties.
yeah.
Gonna talk to the stagehands about this.
Yeah.
Ah, this is so difficult.
I can...
Cutting red on red. Holy moly. Oh, there we go. Thank you. I can see now. I have finished my task. There we go, look. We've got a nice scalloped edge. Ow, my head.
Sorry. I think I can fix that. I can definitely just...
I definitely stole that one. But I threw it back downstairs. Should be there.
I think I just...
So that's from immersive engineering.
Yes.
I see.
Maybe like this?
Now I can take the sponge out. What type of material is sponge? Does it come out the same speed whatever you hit it with?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely think I can work on something for a proper stage set. Just because I think it would be quite fun. How's that going? Is it?
Well, I've not quite worked out insulation just yet.
No. Saying that, hopefully no one's going to be up there. So, for now, it's not the end of the world. What is it that's making that do that?
My ritual I put in last episode.
Yeah.
Floodlights. Looks so cool. Does not do what it should do.
I don't even understand what the light is supposed to look like. Surely this is... We'll have a search in between streams.
Yeah, we'll look into this. Maybe we'll also put the roof on the theatre. Maybe we'll have a chat with Queen Creeps about what she wants to have the stage set up as. I didn't mean to break that block. There it is. Guys in the chat, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We did some town planning. We put some roads in. We put a theatre in. We need to put some chairs, and we need to work on the snacks in the lobby. We've also put the tavern in. I need to run a road up to the theatre, but that will branch off of this one from the looks of it. Do you think this one, Sian? Or branch off from, over...
We can't put it in yet until we know what other buildings are going in there.
Yeah.
Because it really depends how many other houses we've got to put in, and those kind of things. So we can't quite get over there yet. But the gate at the far edge does need to be put together with the
road
where the spring comes out. So, yeah, over the back corner, we've got that gate.
Yeah.
So we can at least start linking those bits together.
So we've got some more advancements on the town. We've upgraded our solar panels. It's really looking cool. We'll be back with more Minecraft Mondays next Monday, because
that's a thing that happens on Mondays.
If we did it any other day of the week, we wouldn't be able to call it Minecraft Mondays. In the meantime, we'll be back. It's a lot of D&D I'm about to announce. On Wednesday, Sian and I will be back with Curse of This Vampire Dude, where Tanny will continue to run us through Barovia. On Friday, Sian will be back with Jeff to start...
For exciting times.
The start of the Princes of the... Zombie, that was really rude.
God, zombie.
The start of the Princes of the Apocalypse... Seriously, zombie. Start of the Princes of the Apocalypse campaign, where Jeff is going to be doing a new campaign with Sian and Sammy and Brian and Damona and Carboom. I keep going to call him Philippe, and that is just his kiddie name.
Kitty.
And then on Sunday, we'll be back with Storm King's Thunder as the crew set out on a road trip to go and visit Kaelin's orcish tribe. And then next week, we'll have Minecraft Monday on Monday. We'll have Sammy and myself and Carboom having a chat about Captain Marvel and other Marvel movies on Friday of next week. And then we'll be back with the Tomb of Annihilation crew in the jungles of Omu, or in the lost city of Omu. Next Sunday, a fortnight's time, where at the end of last session, Riordan and Philippe had just collected the second to last of the puzzle cubes they've been looking for. Nixit has left the party, but Theodas, Renala, Seraphine, and Torin have all headed back to the camp, but Romad and Tammy are nowhere to be seen. So we wait to find out where they are and what is going to happen when Torin returns to the camp, as he, Theodas, Seraphine, and Romad left on a slightly sour note. That's an interesting command.
Yep.
For now, guys, in the chat, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. If you haven't done so already, please do hit that follow button. It lets you guys know when we go live, and it means that you know when we are doing stuff, and then hopefully you can tune in and watch the stuff that we do. Maddie shouts in block capitals, "The theatre looks so cool."
And it's not even finished yet.
We'll be back next time. Bye, guys.